Hello everyone. Welcome back. My name, of course, is DM Rhino, and today we're doing another character creation in D&D Beyond for the legacy characters. And why do we pick legacy characters? Because some people like to play legacy characters, of course. Some adventures are still set in legacy characters. But yes, we are going to make another legacy character for you all. Remember, if you like this video, hit like and subscribe, leave a comment, and let's get into it, right? So we got our D&D Beyond over here. We're going to create a character, and it's going to load up for us. We're going to go for our standard, of course. And then we're going to have a look at this. We don't want homebrewed. Take off that core rules or expanded rules. Actually, we don't want enabled partner content. I don't use incumbents, so everything else is going to be fine over here. We make this guy public. Okay, so I don't know what class I'm going to pick yet. Let's have a look. Well, we've created a barbarian, a fighter, a bard. You know what? Let's create a warlock. Yeah. Let's create a wall over here. Let's click wall. Let's add that. And let's call him Warleg. Warleg. Now, of course, a warlock uses their, if we have a look there, our class feature, their modifier, and they use their they have proficiencies and they have otherworldly patrons, but they do use their charisma. So we're going to make this also level 3. Let's make him, I'm feeling a bit dragonborn-y. Let's make him a bit of a dragonborn maybe today, right? Arcana is really good. And maybe, religion. Otherworldly patron. Well, we get the Archfey, the Fiend, or the Great Old One. I think in the 2024 video, I did the Great Old One, which is basically Cthulhu. So let's do a Fiend. Right, a Fiend is really cool. We get our Pact magic. We get our expanded spells list. We get the Dark One's message. We get our evocations. Level 2, let's remember, we want to give things that help us as a Warlock. Well, I think Eldritch Spear is a good one. Your Eldritch Blast has a range of at least 300 feet. Yeah, that's always a good one to pick because our Eldritch Blast is our go-to for Warlocks, and 300 feet is very far. And let's see, what else can we give our Warlock? Maybe, does Eldritch Sight have? Detect Magic's good. Yes, Devil's Sight, we can see normally in Dark Vision. Maybe Repelling Blast. Yeah, Repelling Blast. We can push a creature 10 foot away with our Eldritch Blast. Very cool. So these two I would pick for my Warlock. A Pact Boon. So what gift did our Patron, did our Fiend give us? Well, we get Pact of the Chain, Pact of the Blade, Pact of the Tome. Which one? We've also got expanded rules. Pact of the Talisman. But if we have a Pact of the Totem, we get more spells. Pact of the Chain, we can cast Find Familiar, which is great. We get a Pseudo Dragon, a Quasit, a Sprite, all these things. Or a Pact of a Blade, which is we get proficiency in our Pact weapon, right? All good things to pick, but we want to make him more spellcasty, more like I pew 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 you with spells. So let's pick Pact of the Tome, because then we get more cantrips to choose from. And we get a Book of Shadows. So first one we got to pick is our Eldritch Blast, because then we don't have to pick it when we pick our spells. Then let's pick a message. My go-to, remember, offensive, defensive, and utilitarian, which is message. And then maybe we go down here. Let's pick a defensive one. Which one can we pick? Ooh, resistance is good. Resistance gives us choose one creature before the spell ends. They roll a d4 on the saving throw. Maybe not. Do they not have a good Blade Ward? That's the one I want. Yeah, Blade Ward. I get resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Very cool. So these would be the spells I would pick in Pact of the Tome. Now, as we move on, we can pick our background. Okay, let's pick Acolyte. I think Acolyte works well. Or we could also pick Criminal or Spy, of course. What about Noble? What did Noble give us? Ooh, Noble privileges. Why not? Why not? A Noble Warlock. Yeah, feels fun, right? Let's give him a dice set. Give him a new language. If he's got a fiend, he would probably know abyssal or yeah, or infernal. Infernal would probably be the language. Yeah, we've got privilege, and let's add our personality traits. Okay, so we roll 2d8s. We've got a 5 and a 3. I don't like to get my hands dirty. That makes sense. And yeah, yeah, okay, cool. And then we've got our ideal. So let's roll out 3d6. 5, 2, and 1. 5. Okay, yeah. 2 and 1. Yeah, a very Warlock. I secretly, yeah, very kind of, that works for Warlock. Yeah. So again, these are just things you can roll for. Of course, you can make them up as you go along with your character. You don't have to stick to these tables. They've just made these tables easier, right? So that's our Warlock. Now, again, I said I was going to pick a Dragonborn. So we do get a Charisma +1 and our Strength +2, so that's fine. And we get Breath Weapon. So let's add a Dragonborn there. What kind of dragon do we want? Well, let's roll for it. We can't pick one, but it's always fun to roll, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. It's a d10. So let's roll a d10. Oh, a black dragon warlock. Very cool. Very nice. Black dragon. And we get resistance to acid. Interesting. Okay, good. Yeah. All right. Let's go to abilities. So this time, of course, we're going to do our standard array because we did all the others. And we want our charisma to be the highest in our standard array. I'm just looking down here. +1, strength +2. Okay. So charisma is going to be 15 immediately because it gives us 16. We can actually make our strength 8 because that's going to give us, then we don't get any minuses. And then we can start playing around with the others. So I think our intelligence can be, well, let's make our constitution 14 because we want a lot of con. Let's make our intelligence 12. Make our, I'm thinking making our wisdom 10 and our dexterity. That works for me. I'm happy with that kind of setup. Primarily, we wanted our charisma high, which we got. Dexterity is AC, constitution's also high. And then we don't get a minus because we got a +2 on the strength there. Very cool. Okay. Now we're going to add our equipment. Let's add our crossbow, of course, our components pouch, our dungeoneering kit, simple weapon. Let's just add a dagger there. And we're going to add everything there. Very cool. Right. We don't need to. Oh, we can wield our crossbow. There's no reason why we can't. We can wield our leather. There's no reason we can't. Okay. Let's view the character sheet. Right, guys, we're getting there, right? Da-da-da-da. There we go. There's our Warlock. Very cool. 24 health. Very cool. Resistance to acid. Look at this. It's fantastic. We've got our breath weapon for our close encounters. We've got the Dark One's Blessing. You reduce a creature. What's the Dark One's Blessing? Well, when we reduce a creature to 0 hit points, we gain 6 temporary hit points, and that does increase. We go higher level. It's fun. Okay, so there we go. Remember when we picked Eldritch Blast as our tome wheel? We don't have to pick it now. And look at the range. It's 300 feet. That's crazy. Very cool. So let's pick our spells. So now we get to pick 2 other cantrips. Okay. So what ones would we pick over here? Well, we don't have to pick Eldritch Blast. We don't have to pick Blade Ward or Message. So we can have our fun. Let's pick Mind Sliver, which is really fun. Always fun. And maybe we haven't got Dark Vision. I'm just trying to think. Should we get Dark Vision? We got Blade Ward, Booming Blade. Let's pick Chill Touch, which is necrotic damage. And they can't heal after they've been hit with Chill Touch. They can't regain hit points for the start of their next turn, which is always fun. Yeah. So yeah, very Warlocky. Let's go for our known spells. Let's add a spell there. Okay, our known spells, we can pick 4 known spells. So again, level 2, we go pick 2 level 2 ones and maybe 2 level 1s. So always I would pick Misty Step because it's a bonus action and it's a really good spell to get out of dodge. If you need to run away, Misty Step's a fantastic spell. You got Mind Spike, Darkness, Earthbound, Enthrall. Maybe I will pick Mirror Image. Again, also really good spell to have. Then we have a look at our first level spell. What would we get? Well, we can pick Hellish Rebuke. It's a reaction. It's really good. Command, Comprehend Languages. Let's pick Arms of... Well, I mean, Armor of Agatha gives us 5 temporary hit points, which is really good. But I want Harms of Hadar, which does a lot of damage. Harms of Hadar, if we look there, you invoke the power of Hadar, a Dark Hunger, Tendrils. Ooh, anything with Tendrils for Warlock always works for me. And they get sucked in. They actually take 2d8 necrotic damage. So that's really good. I like that. And then we can pick Hex. We can pick this. I think I'm going to pick Armor of Agatha. Also a really good spell. You surround yourself with a Spectral Frost that covers you. You gain 5 temporary hit points. And any creature that hits you with a melee takes 5 damage, which is also really fun. So there we go. That's really good. So yeah, two level 1 spells that are really good to have. But remember, Warlocks primarily use their cantrips, right? And that's why we want to boost the Eldritch Blast to 300 feet. But these are really fun to have, because if we need to do something, we can cast Misty Step. We don't have a reaction spell. We could have gotten Hellish Rebuke. Didn't want to get it because we've had a couple with them already. And then we've got our Breath weapon for close range. That's our... So it's really fun to play a Warlock. Yeah, so that's about it when we pick play a Warlock for Pact of the Tome. I hope you have enjoyed this video. My name, of course, is DM Rhino. I make these videos just to help players get into D&D and help them like make characters, you know. But if you like this video, hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll be back tomorrow. Till then, everyone, have a great day.